And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Atlanta Braves. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters' ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set. And on the mound today, A.J. Smith-Shawver. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today. But when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
That one fouled off. And a pitch. Ball. Fouled off to the right.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
That one misses, and the count is 2-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That one misses in the dirt. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Now it's the DH, Matt McClain. Fastball for a strike. Smith-Shawver goes 6 feet 3 inches, 22 years old. And he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. Friedel gets his lead at first, nobody out. Next pitch is outside.
1-1.
And that one is lifted in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Ellie De La Cruz digs in now, and that's outside.
1-0.
Fouled off. He was late. Popped up. Infield fly called there.
Fly rule in effect.
Here's the lineup for the Reds. Singy, this lineup has the benefit of playing behind a great pitching staff. They've got a really low ERA.
Yeah, and, you know, with that said, there's not as much pressure on the offense, but make no mistake about it. Players want to hit the ball hard, and they want to score runs. They want to jog around the bases, hitting the ball over the fence. So regardless of how dominant the staff can be, the attitude is we want to go out there and have some fun with the bat. So we'll see. One big inning in this one, you know, could be all they need, but you'd like to have multiple big innings.
That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Hit on the ground to the right side, and it's just foul. That was close. ground, 2 ball. To second, there's 1, and that's 2.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Back at Truist Park, and towing the slab in this one, Brady Singer.
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So, taking the mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
Here's Alex Verdugo. And the sweeper is off the plate. And a foul ball. The 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Austin Riley, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Riley is one of those players that made his presence known in the majors right away. He hit a 438-foot home run off a Michael Wacha fastball in his second at bat, which is probably the best way to make a first impression as a rookie, Boog.
1 out, bases empty.
Ball.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in a 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Marcell Ozuna stands in here, takes ball 1 low. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, digging for 2. The throw into second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up. Went the other way for the knock.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. In the dirt.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you could make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Ozuna stands at second with 2 gone. Next pitch misses way outside. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. 1 hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So runner at second, 2 down. So here's Murphy now. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Misses inside, and that's ball 1. Inside, just missed.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Runner at second, 2 down. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
On the ground to the left. Sends it across to first. They limit the damage here. The Braves add 1 on the RBI double. It's now 1-0. You're dialed into the show. All set for the start of the inning. And now the first baseman, Spencer Steer. Smith-Shawver back to work. Swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Ball 1 there. Our umpire behind the plate, Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time, you're not even going to think about him. That's a good thing.
That's down and in. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
In for a strike, and it's 2-2. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Tyler Stevenson. And a foul ball.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
1 down, base is empty. Just missed. Fouled off left side. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Jake Fraley at the plate now. That's ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Nice grab on the run. And that is that. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Back here in Atlanta, we head to the bottom of the second. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. And he hits a ground ball right side. Lux throws to first in time. And Albies is retired.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
So digging in, Michael Harris the second. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. Liner, and this could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
One out, runner at second. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Eli White. And that one a little below the knees. Ball one. Harris, the runner at second with one away. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. This one smoked out to left. Dives, but it falls. Could be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Now it's the shortstop, Nick Allen. The shortstop takes the ball. One away with a runner at third. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first. Out number two, and another run comes in.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Alex Verdugo next up for the Braves. His first at-bat was a strikeout. In for a strike, 0-1. Bases empty, two away, but two runs are in at bottom half of inning number two. Right side, and foul ball. Oh, and 2 now. Way inside. On the ground, right side, Lux. Tosses to first, and that is the inning. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Braves 3 and the Reds nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the third inning. Here's the third baseman, Santiago Espinal. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Into center and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Nobody out, runner at first. In the air to left down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. And the 0-2. In the air, left field. Ozuna hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the center fielder, T.J. Friedel.
Now here's the Reds' leadoff man, T.J. Friedel. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. Hit on the ground might be 2. Olsen to second. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Braves 3 and the Reds nothing. And we're back as we go to the last of the third. Now the number 2 hitter, Austin Riley. Not even close there. And it's 1-0.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. This third inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And it gets by him. Now he'll turn for second. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
He was all over that one. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Doubled in his first AB.
Foul ball.
Riley leads off second with nobody out. Not close
1-1.
with that one. 1-1. Right through there for a strike.
1-2.
Fastball almost got him there. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the last half of the third. And now it's filled up. And down on strikes he goes. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
On the ground at first, Steer. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Sean.
Here's Sean Murphy. Grounded out his first time up. That's a base hit. Run scores. Singy, that was a laser shot. And a good thing we have StatCast to give us the details.
Yeah, get out of the way on that one. That ball flew out of the box at 112 miles per hour. You talk about generating a ton of power in that swing. He did it with quick hands, good lower half, and just unloaded on that ball.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish.
1-0.
Two outs. And that is out of play. Just off the outside edge, and it's 2-1. Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Tony Santillan up and throwing for Terry Francona. Barlow also getting ready. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 3-1 now. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Fights it off. He'll see another. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. On to the fourth. Now it's the Reds DH, Matt McClain.
Matt McClain.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
1-0.
Two balls, no strikes to count.
Hee-haw.
Line to left. Ozuna makes the grab, one away.
Now batting, shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
Next for Cincinnati, Ellie De La Cruz. First time up was a pop out.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Ellie happened in July 2023. In one inning, De La Cruz hit a 2-out single to take the lead and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took 2 pitches for him to steal all 3 bases.
0-2 now as he swings through it.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
The Reds down by 4, top half of inning number 4.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
One down, base is empty. High fly ball down the left field line. And that will drop foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next offering is in the dirt. The shortstop takes the ball. Got it. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Now batting.
And now it's Gavin Lux. 0 for 1 so far. Lux, in his 5th season, 27 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Just missed.
Ball. Outside. That's the ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
2-1.
On the ground to third. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Nobody left for Cincinnati. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Bottom of the 4th, and now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. That's down and in. A slider missed.
You know, these Braves doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Lifted in the air down the left side, and it drops in. And a good start to the inning.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Eli White. That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
No balls. 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Pitch misses.
1-2.
Now 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And there's a
That's
ball.
the ball.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Allen in the box now. No balls and a strike. Singer checks the runner, and he's back in on a dive. And the 0-1. That one to first. Slides, but he can't come up with it. Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Brady Singer departs, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Reds, Tony Santillan.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
So now the DH spot, Alex Verdugo. He's been a great free agent sign. Swinging a foul straight back. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Line drive. And that's just foul. Two on, one out. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
In an era with a lot of swing and miss and strikeouts, you gotta love an at-bat like this. No one giving in.
The next pitch misses, and it's 3-2. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. He goes down looking.
Really good battle right there, and that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
Austin Riley at the plate, 1 for 2. That clips the corner. Harris, the lead runner at second. Allen on at first with 2 down. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Braves 4 and the Reds nothing. Back at Truist Park, we go to the top of the 5th, and here's the first baseman, Spencer Steer. Smith-Shawver back to work. On the inside corner for a strike.
Well, these Reds just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
There's a strike.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
The 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. very
One and
high
two.
with that one. And the count 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
To the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single. Man at first, nobody out. In now for the Reds, Tyler Stevenson. And that one pulled foul. Move to first. Steer dives back in safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
That missed by a
One ball,
lot.
two strikes.
And the count is 1-2. In the dirt. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back. And it hits the fence. Steer around third. He will score.
Back-to-back base hits. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
Now here is Jake Fraley. Fly to left his first time. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Moving in the bullpen, Spencer Schwellenbach getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Hernandez getting loose as well. That one missed. The changeup missing. Ball two. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And that one up and in. Look out.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Count's full.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out of the left center field. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe. In comes the run from second. And now just a 2-run deficit.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Santiago Espinal. Fastball for a strike. And that one fouled off. That's to third. Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, that was clearly a double play ball, but the bobble unfortunately prevented him from being able to get 2. But a good job to stay with it and make sure you got at least 1.
Tyler Callahan Now at the plate, fly to left his first time. Way high with that one. And that is ball one. Outside.
Not showing great command so far in this at-bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes.
Nope.
There's a ball. Safe at second with a stolen base.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now batting, the center fielder, TJ Friedl.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. A.J. Smith-Shawver is done. Not his best performance, but he leaves with the lead. And we'll get a new arm into the game after this. Spencer Schwellenbach comes on now.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
So the lineup flips over. TJ Friedl, the next to hit for the Reds. He's 0 for 1. Splits the plate. That's strike one.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
And that one fouled off. Got him swinging for the K. Some high G's for strike 3.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
And now the DH, Matt McClain. On the ground, and it goes just foul. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Espinal over at second. Callahan at first. 2 out of the inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. So 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Reds 2. Back here in Atlanta, John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Marcell Ozuna. Ball 1, no strikes.
You know, these Braves, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Ground ball up the middle. De La Cruz fires over to first. One up, one down.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Yeah, the batter now, Matt Olson. First offering, and it just misses. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Just missed.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that's in the dirt. And a full count now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Two down, base is empty. Sean Murphy next up for the Braves. Just outside missed. And another ball. 2 outs, base is empty. That's in there. Now 2-1. And it's fouled away. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We're through 5. It's the Braves 4 and the Reds 2. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. And that is in there for a strike. I believe that's the split.
So here's a fun note on Ellie. He became the youngest player in high A ball to homer from both sides of the plate in the same game, and it gets better. He did it again 2 games later. Those are the type of games that tend to get you promoted in the minors.
Rips that one center field. 1 up, 1 down. And now Gavin Lux. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch misses. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count. Pretty good pitch. Backed up a little bit, expecting it to go middle away, and it just sort of stayed on the inside corner. Probably good take, because he would have gotten jammed had he swung the bat.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. One down, base is empty. That one down the line, and foul ball. swing and a ball lined out towards center. And that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting, first baseman.
Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. Steer having a lot more success on the road this season. And there's a foul ball.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses.
That's the ball.
Throw there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Save.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put them in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And that's too high. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. White makes the catch for the out. 2 down. Here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Fought off foul. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And that one in the air center field. Harris makes the play, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Braves 4 and the Reds 2. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Nick Martinez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit.
Second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Laced down the line. This looks like extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Digging in, Michael Harris II. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Albies stands at second with no outs. That one misses, and the count is 1-1. Activity in the bullpen. Emilio Pagan appears to be getting loose. Suter also throwing. This to third. Has some trouble with it. No throw, and they can't get the out. Eli White will hit next.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
That one at the knees for a strike.
There's an opportunity to do some damage, but you've got to be selective. Make sure you get a pitch that you can handle.
First and second here, no outs. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Nick Allen next up for the Braves. Tap foul at the plate. Ground ball to first, could be two. To Elliott, second for one. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We're through 6 full. It's the Braves 4 and the Reds 2.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Rafael Montero.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Fraley up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at one down low.
1-0.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. That misses. 2 balls and a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Got him looking for the K. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
So up next, Santiago Espinal. Just missed. Montero, in his 9th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a sinker, and he works in a slider. That one found hard the other way. The Braves holding on to a 2-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. And he grounds one to the right side. Albies. And 2 away to start the 7th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Now it's going to be Tyler Callahan. First pitch, and he just misses. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Fastball in for a strike. 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That's way
2-2.
outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one off the outside edge. TJ Friedl would be next if they can extend the inning.
Exactly the kind of bat you need in a clutch situation like this. Got to do whatever it takes to give him a chance. This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Montero fires. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Two down, nobody on. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Rafael Montero won't go any further tonight. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Here comes the new arm for the Braves, Aaron Bummer.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Two outs, runner at first. TJ Friedl, the next to hit.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And that's way high. Ball 1. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Raisel Iglesias, the anchor of the staff, is getting ready to close this one out. Johnson getting cranked up as well. Callahan leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That's off the inside corner. 2-0. Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at first. He's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
The tying run at the plate. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Tying run at the plate. And that one is inside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Bummer deals. And the tying run is on base.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
Now it's the Reds DH, Matt McClain, 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike. Two aboard, 2 outs. Now 1-1. In the air, out towards left center. Harris grabs it on the run. Reds strand a couple, still down by a count of 4-2. Set for the last half of the 7th. At the plate, Alex Verdugo. Ball one
That's
low.
ball down.
And misses
No, that missed.
inside. On the ground, right side.
Foul
And it
ball.
goes just foul. And that's
That
off
missed. That's the
the
ball.
inside edge. And now 3-1. That one misses.
Ball four. Take
So a
your base.
leadoff walk.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here is Austin Riley. Smash down the left field line. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Runner stops at second, and the first two reach to start the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
First and second, no outs. Marcell Ozuna getting ready to hit. Just
No,
missed.
that missed. That's the ball.
Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Foul ball there. Here's a 1-1. That one fouled off. One and two now. Good eye in that
That's
spot.
outside.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
That one just misses.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Fly ball pretty well struck right field. Going back on this one. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags at second, and now a wide throw to third. Here is Matt Olson.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Ripped to right. Fraley makes the grab. Runner tags for home. He's in on the sacrifice fly, and they take a 3-run lead.
Good piece of hitting right there. He's thinking off the bat, that's getting down for extra bases, but nice job of the outfielder running it down, making the catch. Still comes away with the sac fly, though, RBI.
Murphy, the next to hit, takes ball one.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
In for a strike, and a count 1-1. Riley off of first with 2 away. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 5 and the Reds 2.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Pierce Johnson. He's been so good against lefties. In now for the Reds, Ellie De La Cruz. 0 for 3 in this one. The other way, and no one can get there. So a man on base to start the inning. Around second now as they still don't have it. And he makes it into third with a leadoff triple.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball game.
Gavin Lux, the next to hit for the Reds. Swinging a foul out of play.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Runner at third here, nobody out. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. He kind of muscled that one out there. Didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. Fouled off down the right side. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. That clips the corner.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That misses, and it's 1-2.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Runner at first with no outs here. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Lead runner makes the turn at second, and it gets by him. Lux headed for the plate. He'll score. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Pierce Johnson done for the night, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Dylan Lee on to pitch here. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. And here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson. And there's the strike. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. And that is out of play. That one not close. And that's ball one.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
So the tying run at second.
Ball.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Harris gets there. He's under it. Brings it in. And there's one down.
Now batting, right fielder, Jake
Next to hit, Jake Fraley.
A little surprised we don't see a pinch hitter here with the lefty-lefty matchup.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
That clips a corner. Flares it into the outfield. And it's caught for the out. Santiago Espinal, the next to hit for the Reds. Gets the call. 0-1.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Steer at second with two down. Ground ball to the right side. Throw on to Olsen. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Braves 5 and the Reds 4. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Taylor Rogers.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, 1-run game. Ozzie Albies digs in now. And the sweeper catches the plate.
Calling at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Comes up empty.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Stays alive. And that one moves his feet.
That's a ball.
Swings and misses. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Fraley ranging back, up against the wall, and brings it in.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
And now the right fielder, Eli White. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored. This guy is a big contributor. Has his second hit of the day. And that keeps the inning going.
Up next for the Braves,
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Nick Allen. In the dirt, squirts away from Stevenson. Safe at second. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double. I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position.
Runner takes off, pitches low. Throw to third. Ow! And that will end the inning.
When you get thrown out at third with 2 outs, you kind of want to keep on running. Not a great decision there as it ends the inning.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Noel V. Marte.
Well, last chance for him here, hoping he can be a catalyst for some type of ninth inning comeback.
Misses outside, ball 1. And that one missing low.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
That's a strike, and it's 2-1. Looking to get the tying run on base. Got him! And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
And now, TJ Friedl. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied. His second of the year, it's 5-5. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And next is the designated hitter, Matt McClain. Down the line, and it's foul. Action in the pen down there. Daysbel Hernandez, the young right-hander, up and throwing. One down, base is empty. Headed towards the corner. Tracks it down for the out. And there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
De La Cruz, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the ninth. And ball 1. Ground ball right side,
ball.
and that's a foul ball. Two outs. The shortstop takes the ball.
2-2.
Hit in the air out to center field. Harris has a beat on it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. One for the Reds on the homer. All even at 5 apiece. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Emilio Pagan.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Now into the ball game on defense, Blake Dunn. He'll be out in left field.
Number 59.
Now in for the Braves, Nick Allen. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. The Cincinnati bullpen has some movement. Casey Rever up and throwing for Terry Francona. That misses the zone. 1-2 to count. Upstairs.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Next pitch is outside. Alex Verdugo in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss. Struck him out at a splitter.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
So now here's the DH, Alex Verdugo. And that one fouled off. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Here comes Austin Riley. That one in there across the letters.
0-1.
And downstairs. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. And there's a ball.
2-2.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. to send this to extra innings. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Rip towards third. Slings it across. That's the third out, and we're headed to extras. Down in order go the Braves. This ball game still tied 5-all. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're in extras here. Now the Reds cleanup hitter, Gavin Lux. Iglesias back to work. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Well, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it.
Runner breaks for third. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. The run scores from second, and it's an RBI single, and they've got the lead in extra innings. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from second to get on the board.
Huge for team confidence and how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Raisel Iglesias out of the game, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Bryce Elder on a pitch out of the pen here.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than one hit per inning pitch so far this season.
No outs, runner at first. Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. Outside,
No, that's out.
And that is ball one. Elder, a 6'2" righty, 220 pounds, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2020. That one's in there, and now it's even 1-1.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Ground ball could be 2. There's 1.
That's an out.
And that's 2. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 6-5. Casey Brever comes on trying to close it out. A chance at his first save of the year. Runner in scoring position, no outs. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. 1 for 4 with a double. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
So the tying run at second, and that one is downstairs, and the count is 2-0. And another ball. And you know this righty's got to be worried about one swing ending the game.
Wow, you actually said it this time. Normally you kind of dance around it.
Matt Olson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Next pitch in for a strike, 3-1. Man at second. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Still able to get it there in time. And that's out number one on a tough play. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Matt Olson stepping to the plate in a big spot now. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
No ball.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Yeah, that's a little high.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Here's the pitch to Olson. Swings and chases a low one there.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
In the dirt, squirts away from Stevenson. And the runner holds. Next pitch is outside.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Swinging and drive. Back there. On its way. Ball game. He'll take a jog around the bases. And the Braves walk it off in extra innings.
To extra innings, it seems like every guy's trying to come up with the big swing to hit the homer and end the ball game. Well, he did it. Huge swing of the bat, and we're all heading home.
One-run game here today. Your final score, 7-6. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.